Hello YouTube, this is my Ender 2 Pro. I got it probably about a couple of weeks ago or so. It's been a pretty good little printer. Does pretty much everything the S1 Pro does, just on a smaller scale, and it's a little bit more noisy. But other than that, it does what it needs to do. I've done a few upgrades to it. Metal extruder with the gear. I did put the orange springs on, and that's pretty much all I've done. Oh yeah, the Bowden tube, the little Capcorn tubing. Prints very well. Actually, all my stuff's in the box. Don't have a problem with any of that, but I'm going to be installing Klipper on it, so I'm going to be using my Raspberry Pis that I have with the little 3.5-inch touchscreen on them. But what I'm doing is I'm going to take this one off because this isn't going to be used anymore, and I've created mounts to fit these on, and they click in just as much as that does. They're nice and tight, and then it uses these two little hooks to latch into the back of the. That's it. I think it's much better looking. It's of course smaller, so it doesn't really decrease the footprint because the spool holder. But I think it actually looks pretty good. I'm doing the same thing for the S1 Pro too. That one I'm going to be running Klipper on, and Klipper screen as well. I can't really make use of the existing panel, unfortunately. So that's going to come off, and since that pops on and off similar to this one, the only difference is the let's see, where do I got them? I think I got a few more over here, don't I? Well, anyways, the little tabs that go into the holes. The only difference is on here; they're on the bottom of the. They're on the bottom. Let me see if I can pull it off without disturbing anything. There we go. So that's the only real difference. So I'll have to probably create these grooves on the bottom of the existing mount, which isn't really all that hard to do, and then we'll see where I can go from here. It's easy enough to measure that. It looks like they use a couple little tabs here also for like stops. So, but I don't know if those are even really needed, to be quite honest with you. So let me put this back on. There we go. So that's pretty much it. Just a tiny little video, just to show what I've been up to. I haven't done any car stuff for a little bit. Haven't worked on my truck, and the 70 coupe is still under tarps. So I just been kind of working on some tech stuff, and I've been finding the 3D printing is very interesting, and it's fun. I've been able to do quite a bit of work. Oh yeah, I did do one other thing I forgot. I took off the handle, which I am going to put back on, but I'm going to shave off that piece and this little kind of box section. And I've 3D printed a bearing holder, and I'm running I think it's a 608 bearing or something similar. It's just to help the lead screw stay solid further up the gantry, because it kind of pulls away a little bit, and I don't want it to cause any Z-axis banding on higher prints. I've been noticing it on some of the like vase mode stuff. So I got that in there, and I'm gonna try to get this piece right here. How's it go? Oh, yeah, it goes on this way. Once I take off that foot that's on top of where the bearing is, and then shave these off. Those bolts are long enough to go through both of these. So I'm going to put the handle back on. It'll look as if nothing was almost factory. I don't really use the handle, but it's neat to have on there, so I kind of want to put it back on. I was also thinking maybe modifying the existing print and making another handle myself, but this is injection molded, and I think it's far more sturdy, so I think I'd rather just modify this to put it back on. Plus it keeps the little red and black beam going. So that's it. Next update I'll probably do, if not the actual Klipper installation, because I haven't done it yet. I did preload both the Pis with with mainsail, and the Klipper software is on there. I just haven't messed with it yet, or made the firmware for the systems. I believe the Ender 2 Pro has a config and everything, and it's pretty basic. And there's no, as far as I know, there's no known issues with it running like 2 or 3 different motherboards. The S1 Pro, on the other hand, I am going to have to take the gantry off, flip it upside down, and open up the bottom, because unfortunately the gantry bolts hold the bottom panel on. I'm going to have to find out which MCU this thing's using on the board before I can actually flash a firmware. And since I am replacing the rollers on the hot end and the bed, because I found that both of them have one roller that's got bad bearings. I've been chasing this weird kind of rocky grinding sounding noise during fast acceleration moves, and it's both axes, it's Y and X, and I took the entire bed off yesterday, belt and everything, checked all the belts to make sure they weren't like hitting the extrusions or anything like that, and everything's good. But I noticed when I was rolling the wheels on the static mounted wheels, the back one didn't feel very smooth. It had a little bit of a grindy feel to it, so I'm pretty sure they're just bad bearings. They're probably the cheapest bearings on the planet. So I'm replacing the Delrin ones with some polycarbonates. They're a little harder, which is good. I don't think it's going to affect the print at all. If anything, all it's going to do is they're just going to last longer. I think they're less resistant to chemicals, but I don't use acetone or anything. So, and that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. So, if you guys have any questions or comments, post it down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.